Hi Emilia, hi everybody. Greetings from Lisbon now. Good afternoon from Lisbon now. I'm very much in line with what Lucas said because I think what the, the main question is if this crisis will really be an opportunity to tackle the problems that already existed and result from this model of development originated by globalization and its negative consequences. And that brings inequality, solitude, the huge production that exhausts our planet. So this is the big framework and the question is if we can revert or not this model of living and working in societies. This will be the main question, and I think this is the most important thing that is at stake. In the meantime, and from the cultural point of view, I think we are, and in general, we think we all agree that the future should be as virtual and as should real and at the same time. So the online and digital technology has we witnessed a huge progress, and this can have very positive effects in the sense that it enlarge audience, enlarge can create new models of business and new opportunities for work, and in this sense it can be a tool for inclusivity, which is the main question that we have to face, how to create more inclusive and cohesive societies. So technology can be a tool for that, but we need also to be conscious and aware of the limits and risks and use the technology in a more intelligent, ethic and regulated framework in order to protect privacy and fundamental human rights. The other thing that I would stress is, of course, the physical component of the access of culture remains nevertheless paramount, and we already have lots of examples. We will face in the future situations that in a way are objective and determined by the sanitary restrictions and will oblige us to have new models on creation and production, more flexible models, more sustainable models, and we have to have a lot of creativity on that, and we are already asking our cultural sector to themselves to give that answer to us. I think there is a huge opportunity to reinforce all the proximity projects because they are naturally can be done in more small scales and more close to the people. They are much more flexible. They can be done everywhere, not conventional places, non-conventional places, but mainly because it's through proximity projects that we can truly democratize the access to culture and and to to provide all citizens to have an enriched experience of culture. I think this is also a trend that it's already there. Many cities, most of the cities are having a lot of projects in urban and neighborhoods, kind of projects, participatory projects that involve that ask people to practice, to co-create, to participate, to be co-directing showings, to be co-curators. So this trend is there already, and she will be reinforced for sure. Because that is what brings an inclusive sense and belonging sense of brings more inclusivity and sense of belonging. So I think, as my colleague also Nicolas from Bogota said, We believe very much that every citizen is a creator, and we have a lot of progress, and in the future there will much more projects that will stress this need, because this is a way to reach people and to make them more capable of decision making and more conscious and more critical about the world we live in, and so more
Thank you,
capable
Catarina.
people of working. The other thing I think it's important is to talk
Wrapping
about,
up in 1 minute.
okay, the sustainability of the whole the system in general, the cultural ecosystem, because the question for several reasons: will the public system be capable to guarantee the same level of funding to public institutions and to the non-profit sector? What kind of equity will be reached between the non-for-profit and the profit sector, since this last one only makes its living from large audiences and sponsorship that won't be possible in the near future? Even in a more distant future, will these large festivals, events, and blockbusters survive in current models, as already people said, that depend on large audiences, intensive travelings, high levels of consumption, precisely the kind of phenomena that the real climate agenda needs to change? And will be capable to introduce a kind of slow culture movement that questions existing creating and producing models, but could also lead to us to more deep and enriching cultural and enriching experience? So these are, I think, the questions that we have to face in the near and the most distant future, and that has to, they are all linked also to the model of society that we want to create. We all in this panel, I think we all want to create, but will it, how will it be possible to create? There are lots of tensions in that, and we have to fight with all the means we can have to introduce, and through culture introduce our better view for the planet that
Thank
links
you.
all these dimensions.